Hello world, this is Cinema Steph, and I'm here to talk to you about Strange Days, which is a movie from 1995, and is directed by Kathryn Bigelow. I first saw this movie in one of my film classes in college, and it is kind of shocking. At first, you jump right in with a very vivid and violent point of view robbery experience, and this introduces you to the technological concept that's significant to this movie, which is the ability to record one's experience, one's senses and everything, and then replay it for someone else or whatever. So it's like a movie, but it's like you're inside that person's body. And this, first of all, I thought was a pretty cool idea. It's kind of been explored in a couple other movies, but never quite in this way. The movie is set in the final days of 1999. So again, it was made in 1995, but it's set at the end of 1999, leading up to the New Year's Eve, or the New Year, and the new millennium. And it's set in LA, but it's a very fragile LA with lots of rioting in the streets. At one point you see what appears to be some hookers beating up on a Santa Claus. I don't know what that's about, but that's the kind of LA that they're living in. You know, people, the people fighting the cops fighting the people, all sorts of riot gear and tanks in the streets. So it's pretty ridiculous, but like the setting is ridiculous, but not like haha ridiculous, you know. It's just kind of overdone, but it makes a point about, so that you're very clear about what kind of setting it is. Now this is a movie, when describing to people, I've kind of compared it to Blade Runner, just in that it's this kind of dark future, but it's really nothing like Blade Runner. I don't know, it's just, I think that someone who likes Blade Runner might like this movie, I guess. So the main character is Lenny, who is played by Ralph Fiennes, and then his friend, who, what's her name? Mace, who is played by Angela Bassett. And so Lenny is an ex-cop, and he's got another friend who's an ex-cop who is working as a private investigator, but Lenny is selling these recordings of people's experiences on the black market. But, so everyone else thinks he's kind of despicable, but he is an entertaining and fun character to observe. Like, he's always getting himself into trouble, getting himself beat up, but then he always tries to, like, buy his way out of it with a fake Rolex, or I don't know, and he's always concerned about his clothing, his jacket, and his ties, and whatever. Just a funny character in this really dark setting. But anyway, he gets entangled in this really, really, really dark plot. Now, this movie is rated R. It is a very R-rated movie, versus, like, you know, The King's Speech, which is rated R just for using the F word. Like, I don't know, that's ridiculous, that rating. Anyway, but no, this movie is definitely R-rated. Would not recommend it to children at all. It's more so than the violence. There are actually like 2 rape sequences and some kind of pornographic stuff, which is really awkward if you're watching it like with your parents or even in the school setting, kind of awkward. But if you can get past those, I mean, they are the rape things are crucial to the plot, because it's this kind of mystery thriller thing where someone keeps sending these horrible rape recordings to Lenny, and it's freaking him out, and he has to rely on Mace, who, and they explain how their friendship started. It does seem like kind of an odd couple type thing. Not that they live together, but just their relationship. But it's a very clever and thought out plot, and their relationship is clever and well thought out. Anyway, so Lenny's obsessed with his ex-girlfriend, who has gotten tangled up in this whole murder thing that's going on. And it's a very intriguing mystery, and I like it. It's got a big climactic fight in a skyscraper. I don't know, I just think it's a really well written and directed and acted movie, and it's engaging, and it's just really hard to watch some of those sequences with, the rape. So those parts are not fun, obviously. But overall, I really like this movie, and I would give it an 8 out of 10. This has been Cinema Stuff, and have a great day.